Today we are going to be rating the Wolverhampton card from the 21st of November. It does look pretty average, to be fair. Looking at these times, nothing really does stand out. I know Torvar recently come out of a good race from Mart, which he rated up as to being around a level of around 64, so still well in. So it's good that that's come out and won. This had some good new market form. I think it was a Class 3 maiden that was coming out of Strutting Gosden's filly here with a decent pedigree, but again it looks, unfortunately for this time of year, it looks pretty average. Just the pace on the day was slowish in the first, slow again. Come on, an even pace. Strutting, even. Roman Crown, even to slow. Ziggy's Dream. Well, one of the faster races. Racing finish percentage is under 100%, so looks like they've gone quite hard early in that race. So that might throw up to be one of the quicker races on the card. So it's an even card. Let's see what we got. I'd like to think Torvar has put up a good time, considering we spoke about that Mart race. Roman Crown, Ziggy's Dream. Okay. So again, it's a lot of typical Wolverhampton where they don't get racing until 3 furlongs out. So I guess a lot of slow races and sprint finishes, which again is annoying because that's how you can hide a good horse. I mean, the more we're doing this, the more John Gosden winners I'm coming across. So he must be sending a fair few out for this time of year. Torvar, okay. David Amora. That Mart form actually did have a nice winner at Lingfield. We've done okay on the Legion. I mean, that had to be well in to win. It was sweating like a pig at the off. It was trapped wide. Nothing really suggested it should have won, but it did. -0.47, good point. 2-year-old Brian Smart. I mean, it's interesting to see Brian Smart still going. I mean, I remember, was it Anglezark he trained a really good 2-year-old filly at one point. But he's good with sprinters, isn't he? That's what he's known for. Sale, David Simcock. Again, he had a few winners at the Chelmsford card on the Monday. Might be a yard worth following. For a sale. Appleby, Crisford. It's quite a well represented maiden, to be fair. Could be useful. Strutting, Haggis and Gosden again, Crisford. you don't normally see Gosden with 3 runners in a race. Probably a bit dubious as to the quality of that winner, but we'll see. What was that? F63. Oh, what's a mile this time of year? 7.5. I mean, it doesn't take much winning around Wolverhampton if you've got a fair bit of ability. So, Roman Crown, Eve Johnson Horton with a Memus. I mean, 48k to spend on that. They probably think a bit of that, to be honest. Ziggy Stream 79. Good to see Midland Park still bashing out the winners late on into the year. They are a good syndicate, to be honest. I wouldn't put anyone off getting involved. So Pedro Valentino. Surprising, it's quite a 2-year-old heavy card. That's probably why it didn't really stand out when we looked at the racing post times on an overview. So we might be pleasantly surprised by something in here. And Valentino, here we go. Okay. A sale. Okay, that's quite interesting. That is fairly useful to be fair. 63 is a typical average maiden winner around Wolverhampton. It's run to 72, so 9 lengths quicker than its par. 78.98 is close to a class 4 time. I believe that's a debut. That's a debut time, but we'll come to that in a second. Torvar. 3.2. So that's improved again, because we had that at, I think, 64. It says 70 now, so it's still going the right way. Flemish. The Legion man. It wasn't going to beat that, that's for sure. Interesting. Okay, that's a decent time. Good point. 1.1 seconds slow, which is 6 lengths slower than what you'd expect a maiden winner to run. It was up with a pace. Yeah, like you see, sprinters lacking a bit of speed at that age, this time of year. Not great, honestly. And they expect that to be a 78 rated horse, the handicapper. I think he's going to do well to get wins out of that. Brian Smart, that's for sure. So I think he's done well to even win that. Warrendale Wagyu 51. Yeah. Good luck to them. Run on green, on the cell. For me, yeah, this is the interesting one. When you sort of getting like maiden winners running almost close to 10 lengths quicker than the par. Okay, like the final rating is not exceptional, you know. He's run around 72 class 4 times. You've got to put it into perspective. This time of year, it's a really lowly rated course, so it's going to be hard for him to really show up much higher than that unless you are really exceptional, and that's really rare. So you've got to put it into perspective, and I think this could be a nice race. It's going to be worth looking into. 1.13 seconds quicker than par. It might even be that the Godolphin horse really is the one to take out from it, but we'll see. I'll come back to that one. Strutting 69. Yeah, I don't think it'd be much better than that, if I'm honest. Maybe pick up a few weak races, but If you're coming from a Newmarket Maiden, you want to be doing a lot better than that. That's for sure. Sea Ice runs to around 63. Yeah, it was a pacemaker for Kaleidoscope, and that I really want to rate that horse. I think that's an impressive horse. Really good pedigree. And you know, good horses tend to have good names. I'm one of those that I do like a good name on a horse, and yeah, that Sea Ice probably a pacemaker for that at home as well. Yeah, it's up to. I wouldn't personally follow anything from that race. Roman Crown. Maybe see a bit more from it on the flat next year, but 2.3. That's run to 69, 72.76. Ziggy's Dream. Yeah, I had a feeling this might be the quicker time on the card because it was probably one of the fastest run races on the card. So let's not get into that sort of trap. You know, it's 2.7. 9.7 is round of class 4 times, so they're probably just touching on being handicapped fairly. Bazball in the rear. Pretty sure that needs to be on the pace. So that's interesting. In a class 5, dropped in class, off the pace again. John stayed running the same race as well. To be fair, it is about the front two. To be fair, with the weight they've carried here, prominent ridden out. Got Cooler Glory coming in behind. Here's Ziggy's Dream. Nothing really off the pace. You think these two have done nothing? What's the handicapper given that? 83. It's one that's winning 2-1. It might. It's difficult because it's showing up really well on the clock. It's showing it's still got manoeuvre in the handicap. But I just think it's run at the fastest section, fastest gallop on the card. You know, quite. I would have expected John Steed and Bazball to have run better. But yeah, I'm not getting trapped into that. Pedro Valentine 71, 74.50. Not too bad. $65, $60, $46. Yeah. For me, I think the card is about having a look a bit more in depth with a sale. Yeah. Yeah, he's still quite keen, taking quite a strong pull there. Godolphin horse has settled well. How does it handle the bend? Okay, I think they probably slowed it up about here. Horse on the front end is still going well. Godolphin horse comes to pressure it. Cell still tracking in behind. I think my money would be on the Godolphin horse to win here. Oh, he's gone. See, it's a bit of a bigger horse as well. Godolphin's fighting back. And the two have pulled well clear, haven't they? Yeah, I think I'm definitely probably going to... Do you know what? I am going to follow both. I think it's worth... I think they're two useful horses. And where's this come from? Enrico Casura. So that has actually dropped down in trip. Outpace, not clear run, headway. Enrique Caruso. 130k buy. No, nay, never. Pink Damsel. So it's got a bit of staying pedigree in it. With some hurdlers here. Sarson's Risk. John Joe O'Neill horse. Pink Damsel, that rings a bell. Sadler's Risk. Well, I'm pretty sure this Raid El Yusuf hasn't brought it to go hurdling, that's for sure. So it's handled this surface pretty well. It's a nice horse. I'm definitely going to follow it. Handicapper has probably put it a bit higher than us, but I think there's room for manoeuvre there. But maybe they're the better project long term. Come on, track the horse, track the horse. I don't know why it does this. Nature Watch. It was gelded in May. And it's by Curlin. You don't often see it at Curlin on these shores. And it's pretty expensive as well. But again, money doesn't mean much. I mean, it's a proper American pedigree. I have no idea what sort of plan they're going to have for it over here. Especially it's been gelded. Look, I would expect it to win a handicap, at least a handicap, or to go and win a maiden. We'll give it 3 runs, both of them, and then see where we go from there. But I think from the card, yeah, that's probably a nice 2 horses we'll take from that. Okay, appreciate it. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one.